Okay, recruit the kids or the grandkids to help you with this recipe, a double chocolate baked donut that they can frost, sprinkle, and then you all can enjoy this delicious Valentine's treat brought to us by the delightful, the ever-lovely Mandy Merriman with one of our favorite food websites, Baking with Blondie. I mean, day before Valentine's Day, this is the kind of treat we need.
Oh, yes, I love this. I always like to come up with some kind of special treat for you to try with the kids for Valentine's Day, and this has been the favorite of flying colors, so I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I didn't notice until I actually got in the kitchen and saw it close. You've done mini versions too.
Yes,
okay. So I lived at my sister-in-law's house this last summer. We were saving up for a home, and I fell in love with her donut pan. So she gave me this for my birthday, and then I went to the store and I found the mini version at Store of the Top for only like 10 bucks.
It's
I was
always
like,
cuter in
yes,
smaller
that
form,
is a yes.
Isn't it?
So cute, and you can just find, okay, like 3 of those equal 1 of those, so maybe I can eat a couple more. I don't know.
And I love how was it your sister or sister-in-law?
My sister-in-law, yeah.
Your sister-in-law who's like, stop using my pan. Happy birthday.
I swear, she was like, stop using my entire kitchen. Anyway, so I fell in love with lots of those things there.
I bet she wasn't complaining when she got to eat your work.
We traded off meals every night, so we got to try our recipes. It was the best.
Fantastic.
So Bethany, thank you.
Okay, so batter. What goes into our batter
Perfect.
here?
So we have dry ingredients, wet ingredients. So let's start with the dry. So we have flour and then cocoa, and I love to use dark chocolate just because I feel like it's a contrast with the ganache, the frosting that we're going to put on here later.
Okay.
So we have these guys here. We're going to put in some salt, some baking soda, and that's about it for just the dry.
I'm thinking in my head, I've played it pretty good on the chocolate this Valentine's Day, I have to say.
Well done.
I think I overdid it at Christmas, so there was some making up
You're
to do.
You're just like, wait a second. People are just kind of easing back into the treat situation.
I've been saving room for your donuts is what I've been doing.
I'm so glad.
Dry ingredients.
So dry ingredients, and then we're going to do our sugars and our wet ingredients. So we have brown sugar, white sugar. These are all ingredients that everyone already has. So that's why it's so easy to make these. Melted butter, and then 1 egg, and vanilla.
And you're good about getting your kids in the kitchen, right? You let them help out.
Oh my goodness, it helps them eat things that I'm making if they're helping me make it.
Because they take pride and ownership in it, right?
Yes, they're like, I helped, I did this. So anyway, we mix this all in. That was buttermilk. And that makes it super, super soft. So I'm gonna mix this together. But yeah, my son, he loves to just get in there, especially the dunking part. If it involves sprinkles or something like that and frosting, he's just like, I'm gonna do this.
Sign me up for that.
So we're gonna mix these together, just so we can have time to pipe it.
And important to keep them separate, right? We know that.
Yes, keep them separate and then put them together. This batter actually starts turning from a very, very wet batter to a sticky, thick batter.
Okay.
And what that does is it helps us pipe these perfect little donuts in here.
So we're gonna pipe them, not spoon them.
Pipe them in. I tried to spoon them once and it was a disaster.
Yeah, as I was saying that out loud, I'm like, no, that could result in batter all over the kitchen counter.
I was a noob, I didn't know. So learn from my Blondie mistakes here.
Awesome.
And so we're gonna stir this together. And I'm just gonna use my piping bag. You can totally do the Ziploc baggy thing, but since I already have like 100 piping bags around, we might as well use them.
But she's a professional, so she pulled out the real tool.
We might as well just use them. And so, like I said, this is really sticky batter, so that's why I switched to the spatula from the whisk.
It is sticky.
And I'm just gonna stick this right in here. This will make probably about 12 donuts. Just what you see here. The little ones go a little further.
I'm voting for the minis. I mean, nothing against your sister-in-law's beautiful pan, but I think the small ones are too cute.
I've already spritzed these a little bit just to make sure it comes out. It'll probably come out anyway, but I just do it in case.
Okay.
And so the first time I did these, I piped these way too full. Like I ended up filling it at the top, they ended up being blobs, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
You're thinking more donut for me, right? I like that line of thinking.
So if you want them to still have this cute little hole in the middle, you're gonna make sure you don't go crazy. Like I try to just go for maybe halfway through.
Okay.
And these just pipe out so easily. You have these guys here. There we go. And then you have, of course, the big mamas over here.
And same thing, fill those about halfway?
Fill those about half. I think I underfilled my last one. So yeah, fill them as much as you can there.
All right,
so
and what are our baking instructions for
Okay,
these
so you're gonna do 350 for, I think it's about, mine were done in about 7 minutes. So checkers about 7. I put 8 to 10 on the website just to make sure.
This is fast, this is snappy, we like it.
I mean, that was fast. That was fast.
From the pan to our mouth.
Magic here.
We got to dunk and sprinkle first.
So this ganache, or it's not a ganache, but it's just kind of like a nice glaze, I guess. So it's not frosting, not ganache, but kind of in the middle.
Okay.
So this was powdered sugar, it was cocoa, and I put a little bit of corn syrup to kind of make it shiny, and then some heavy whipping cream just to keep it thin.
Okay.
So they pop out. Look how cute they are.
They're adorable.
They're so little. Okay.
I mean, almost too cute to eat. Emphasis on almost.
Oh, I love them so much. So the fastest way I've learned is you just dunk it in here, and then, okay, my sprinkles. I have to tell you the sprinkle situation here.
Let's hear it.
So what I do is I go and I buy like 5 different kinds of sprinkles. It usually lasts me for 2 or 3 Valentine's Day worth. I mix them all together, and it looks like that cute, like customizey, sprinkly stuff that happens these days. And so I have all these 4, and I just mix them all together, and now I have my own little custom made.
You have a confetti collection.
Oh, I love it so much. And
Here
they just
comes
pop
mine.
out and they're super, super cute.
I do like the mix. You're right. You would pay big bucks for that designer, right? Ensemble
Oh, yes. I
of
think you can
sprinkles.
order them on Etsy for a lot more expensive. So what I do is I just buy them here and then I just mix my own and
That's
stick them on here.
genius.
Oh, it is so fun. So I could see us easily like leaving out the cocoa on this and keeping it a vanilla one and putting some pink frosting in there or pink coloring and have it be like more of a pinky kind.
are
Or
so
you could
cute.
do like red velvety colors, something like that.
They're so cute.
Sky's the limit.
Mandy, thank you so much. Recipe on your website. We'll link you from ours and what's coming up at Baking with Blondie.
Okay, so every Monday I go on Facebook Live and I share a recipe in my new kitchen at our new house. And then we're gonna have more soups coming up, more healthy recipes. Every first week of the month I do a theme week, so like 5 recipes of the same genre, and so we have granola week coming up in a little bit.
Granola week. We'll look forward to that. Thank you.
you.
Great to see you. Happy Valentine's
Brooke.
Day. We
You too.
appreciate the treat idea as always.